Is thrifting dead in 2024? I'm going to go to 70 thrift stores in 1 week to find out. Hey guys, here we go into store number 1. So here's where I make my first find. Not all of this Tyco stuff is really good to go on eBay, but this operating floodlight car seems to have pretty decent sell-through and sell for a little bit over $30 shipped. So $2.99 in the cart, that one stays. I do end up getting these Walls blizzard-proof insulated coveralls, and they sell for around the $50 to $60 shipped range, some a little higher, some a little lower. These Rock and Republics I would normally pass on, but being brand new with tag, unlike the comp there that's not actually brand new, I think I should be able to get 30 plus for it, so I should be safe at $5.99 in. So guys, that was a pretty good first stop on this little adventure of ours here, and we ended up with 3 items for like 15 bucks, and it's gonna be a pretty good flip once these sell. Hey guys, so I just ran into this Goodwill right here for stop number 2, and we have, this is actually very surprising, a $50 comp on this. There's another one listed for like 70, so I went ahead, took the plunge at $3.99. The Pikachu actually had some condition issues. $3.99. I don't know if I'm gonna bother with the return. That's stop number 2. Things are going pretty well. So we're off to a relatively strong start, like no crazy home runs. We're gonna go in here real quick for stop number 3. First strikeout of the day. Actually, we've had some pretty good luck at the store recently, so kind of surprised, but we're gonna go head to store number 4, thrift store number 4. So I spent a fair amount of time looking through the clothing while I was here, and I make 2 pretty decent finds here. So I find a couple pairs of Rock Revival jeans for $10 a piece, and I'm gonna say they're gonna sell for maybe a little bit more than $40 shipped each, which is pretty solid. All right, score here, 2 pairs of Rock Revival. So we're missing the R on the back of one of them, but overall I think they're in pretty good shape. I'm hoping we'll get 40 each for these, free shipping at the very least. Stop number 5. So the first find I make is actually on this rack right here, and it is a pair of Miss Me shorts. Now, comps during the winter are a little tougher to come by, but I'm estimating that we'll get around the $30 shipped mark for these, and I'm paying $4.99 plus tax there. Here, I find these Merrell boots. I end up putting these back, but then right afterwards, I end up finding a pair of Sorel boots, but they're a little bit different than like other Sorel boots I've seen. And these are like the Whitney or Whitney 2s. We did sell these for $39.99 shipped. We had, what was it, $4.99 plus tax in them. So nice flip, and it happened very fast, so that's great. Here is a GameCube Switch controller, but it is missing the battery backing, so we're probably gonna get more around the 30 mark for it. So we made it to the halfway mark, and I wanna say I've been out for like almost 4 hours, maybe it's 3 hours. Regardless, we're at store number 6. So we're doing pretty decent. We've made finds at the majority of our stops, so let's keep it rolling. All right, unfortunately, nothing at this store, but we're gonna go hit store number 7. This Department 56 piece was missing a little like pole or something that went on the top there, and I did pass on the Xbox 360 games that they had out here, and I had been in the store for quite some time and finally came across something that I felt like I could potentially flip, so I picked up this Mitchell & Ness Bulls hat. I'm gonna guess we're gonna get around 20 bucks. So I was in there for quite some time, picked up a hat. So hey, I'm outside the Goodwill bins. I've only had a breakfast sandwich today, so I'm just really gonna run in here real quick, see what I can find, and pop right back out and get something to eat, but this is stop number 8. So it's been a couple years since I've been to the Goodwill outlet, and honestly, it was a little overstimulating, so I wasn't in there too long. I paid 76 cents for the, for Paradise, or from Paradise Lost to Paradise Regained, and I'd say this is probably about a $20 book, so pretty decent. All right, guys, going to stop number 9 here. $60. Last stop of the day, 10th store. Oh, we got Mario here. It's a me. Vinyl. Corner. Oh, these are marked at 10. Can I see it's that creative, like MP3 player right there?
Yeah, you can go back there.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So this was actually pretty surprising. I opened it up because I wanted to obviously inspect the contents, make sure everything was there. And, you know, with it being boxed and everything, there's always the chance of this happening. But the unit itself was actually sealed. Here's a couple comps. They're very similar models, but not exactly the same. I looked at this. The box has been opened here, but the inside, the device is actually brand new and sealed. So this MP3 player, anywhere from $45 to $70 is what I expect to get out of this. It was $12.99, but it's supposed to be, or it's not supposed to be, it was 30% off, and we'll make some money on this. It's been sitting there for a while because they did mark it down. So, I mean, again, it's like one of those things, if you're not flipping it, it's doubtful that the person that actually wants this device is ever gonna walk in a small store like that. Super cool place, only second time in here. So this is only potential earnings that you see on the screen if you consider once everything actually sells, and that's not like counting towards like paying our payment that, you know, we pay for our mortgage. It also includes the barn and such, and gas. So you may have asked yourself the question, do you have 70 thrift stores in your area? And the answer is no. So I am going to be doing repeats. I made a rule of not going to the same thrift store in the same day, so I can't count the same store twice. I've tried to mix in a variety of other stores than just the one you see here in day one. So let's get back to it. All right, guys, it's day 2. Let's get in here. So I don't pick up the bird that you see in my hand there. There's like 4 different Bath and Bodies here. I find that 2 of them are actually unused, so we will be able to sell those. And they were priced at $1.99, so I went ahead and picked them up at that price. That's pretty much my strike price on those. And then I found this snow globe here, and I don't have any comps to show you off the top of my head. I just tend to do okay with the Christmas snow globes if I can get them cheaply. And at $2.99, I figured it would be a pretty decent price to pay for it. The Space 1999 vinyl here was super cool, but I did pass on it. And then I got this Soul Burst gatefold here, and it was 99 cents, so pretty decent pickup. All right, guys, a little bit of a slow start. I mean, we'll make a little bit on that Bath and Body. I tend to do okay on just decent looking Christmas snow globes. And I think $12–15 total gross sale on the vinyl. So nothing earth shattering, but that's okay, because we're gonna hit the next store. So I ran into the Goodwill here for stop 2, and ignore my Dunkin' trash. This is real professional. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so like they had all these steel books. This one's not a steel book, but it's an Ultra 4K HD Blu-ray deal, and it's a Van Wilder, the unrated version. I think this goes for about 30 bucks pre-owned. And then I saw, and I can't guarantee this is actually gonna be the case at $3.99 here, $75 pre-owned. And I think we're looking at some pretty decent money on these as well. I'll put some comps up on the screen for you guys. But overall, pretty awesome. I'm really happy. Battery cut off there, but really happy with the results of this stop here, especially nice easy lists and ships here for pretty decent returns. All right, this is like thrift store number 3 for the day, or 13 for the challenge. Let's go. All right, so heading into the store, I go back into the media first. I'm just always tempted by it. There were some Xbox One games here. I picked up Deus Ex for $2.99. Not worth a ton. However, I actually played through like half of it on Steam. I want it on Xbox so I can try playing through it again someday. In the health and beauty section here, I did find something for resale purposes. So on eBay, this L-Occitane, hopefully I pronounced that right, We have ours listed for $29.99, so pretty good pickup there. But this tea kettle is something really interesting. So it's a Chantel, and like you see, $39 plus 20 shipping there. So around that $50 to $60 range.
Hey, so stop number 3 was pretty good. Stop number 4, here we go.
So I did look around the store for a while, but really the big thing that happened was in the media section. I found the Witcher Wild Hunt 3 for Xbox One, and underneath was a copy of Stardew Valley.
So not a crazy home run here. I don't really film at the registers or anything, but we got Witcher Wild Hunt 3. This isn't the like Series X version, it's the Xbox One version, but it does have the stickers, so I'm hoping maybe 10 to 12 bucks. Underneath it was Stardew Valley. This is the collector's edition. It does not have the case. It does not have the bonus disc. So disc only, I saw one for like $17. When I was at the register, I did ask and I was like, hey, it's got 2 different games in here, but 1 case. So, and usually they just go with the, hey, it's $2.99. So that's what they did today, which is awesome. And we're good to go. Not a bad little buy, nothing insane, but making a little money.
So I'm outside of what I believe to be stop number 15 here, and this is the St. Vincent de Paul. Wind was crazy.
So 149 squish, probably. Okay. All right, guys, so this is stop number 6. I tried to stop at another thrift, but it just wasn't open. So we're at stop number 6. I'm already a little bit worn out, but I did just eat lunch, so I kind of have like that post-carbs thing going on. Gonna run in here real quick. Stop number 7.
One of the first things I noticed was this really beautiful nesting bowl set. It's Pyrex and very nice. They were all individually marked though, and I think the set would probably fetch about $100. And I want to say by the time you added it all up and everything, it would have been too much for me to purchase for resale. Totally fine. I do go and find this Revereware replacement lid that Jess listed, so we've got that up for about 22 bucks right now on the store.
Been a while since I've been into the St. Francis thrift store. Historically, I haven't bought a lot here, but we're gonna get in there and see if we can find something to flip for our profit. This would be stop number 8 for today.
So I'm at another Goodwill here, and pretty much right when I get in, I see on this cart these salvage, buckle salvage jeans here, and they could go anywhere from like $40 to $60. So pretty awesome pickup there for $5. Never gonna turn that down at the thrift. They had a ton of snow babies, obvious pass on those. The fright frame here I thought might have been something. I ended up putting it back. And then back to the clothing, since I seem to have success there. And I found this Nike Ultra Drip t-shirt. Might take a while to sell to get about 30 shipped on it.
Pen fan, final stop of the day. We gotta be going on like 7 hours now or something, 6 hours. But we're gonna get in here. All right, guys, unfortunately nothing there. I got faked out by the white hot putter, but maybe 25. If the condition had been a little better, I could have popped on it, but I decided to pass. Didn't shut my truck door all the way, so that's smart. Day 2 in the books.
So here's the potential earnings for day 2. I spent significantly more time out during day 2, so like my earnings per hour would be lower, but this is of course after everything actually sells through as mentioned prior.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's awesome.
Good morning.
Hi. Okay.
That works, it just the wiring didn't fit mine.
Oh, okay.
Because I have an older house.
Okay.
Never been, you can open it, never been used.
Okay.
Got strikes on YouTube and they shut him down for a company.
Oh, really?
I have no idea what that's for, it's my dad's.
Huh. It's like a nutcracker, maybe?
I
It's an alligator?
have no idea.
I have a 10. All right, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, nice seeing you again. Good luck today.
Okay, thanks.
Hey guys, it's day 2. I got a little bit of a catch to today, but we'll get into that in just a second.
I meant day 3.
Right as I head in the store, I see that they had this Swarovski crystal clock here, and it's a rhythm clock, one of the kind of like small world, that's Sakrina. You can see by the comp there that it can demand some pretty decent value. However, it may take a while to get that. And here I find this dandy grandma got ran over by a reindeer, and that's a pretty good price on that there. So we're gonna pick that up, and who knows when it'll sell, but it does work. And in the cart that goes for sure. I did check out the media, didn't find too much that was popping out to me, just with a quick scan there. Saw this, it's not a bobblehead, but it's kind of like that. Did get these Dickinsville, put a lot of them back though. Honestly, for ease of editing here, I looked for all those Dickinsville houses, and the ones that I'm putting up on the screen now are our listings. And these are based off of sold comps, so that's what we'll go by for the challenge. They will take some time to sell. One note on that clock is, yes, I did put up a pretty powerful comp there. It's a heavy hitter. However, it's also probably going to be a long tail item that's going to take a while to find the right buyer. So we're going to have that money tied up in there for a little bit.
All right, guys, so we had a yard sale that doesn't count, garage sale in February. Pretty crazy, but pretty awesome because we managed to buy one thing, which was fun. But that doesn't count towards the total because this isn't, I went to 69 thrift stores and 1 yard sale in a week. It's I went to 70 yard sales in a week. So I have a meeting later today, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit all 10. We've only hit 1 so far, and we took quite a while in there, so we'll see. I went in here for stop number 2 of the day. We are definitely running behind. The probably coolest thing I picked up was this Link. It's Jack's 2015 20-inch figure. It is missing the sword and shield. If it had the sword and shield, it'd be worth something like $75 to $100, but it does not have those. So I'm not really sure. If I know, I'll put a comp on the screen, but really cool. Really solid chance I'm keeping this for me and just for something cool in the background of videos. We have this Penguin Shuffle, and it's semi-vintage. It's an older board game, and if everything works and everything's good to go in here, 50 bucks. Then we've got the Carhartt cargo pants here, really good condition. I think I paid $5 or $5.99 for these, and we should be looking at probably about 30 to 35 free shipping on those. So really good second stop of the day. Whew. It was really slow, but then I saw this Timberland weather gear blazer here. I probably already talked about it, but made in Italy, 100% wool on the outside, the shell, and probably get like 40 bucks for that, so pretty cool. Shipped. If you remember, if you've been with the channel for a long time, I used to come to this thrift like every week, and I would spend like an hour plus. We don't have that kind of time today, so I'm just gonna do a really fast run through of the hard goods and see if there's anything that I want to pick up.
So there's this Panasonic Blue Line VCR here. These can be a good $50, $60, and I think it said $5.99, so that is kind of my strike price on these. I put in the cart. I believe I went and tested it, and it didn't have power or something. I do know I do end up putting this back.
All right, so I didn't find much in there. I did meet a viewer, so thanks Barb for watching, really appreciate it. We're gonna go head to the next store. I'm outside the bins, not gonna do any of like that camping of the bins forever. We're just gonna go in here. I'm gonna look real fast and head right out. All right, so it's really busy in there, but oddly enough, probably my most peaceful Goodwill bins experience thus far. So I need to really start putting stuff in the back here. The lesser of the 2 purchases, and oddly enough the more expensive one because it's all by weight. This is an American Rag overalls here, and these are XXLs, good size. I'm thinking like 30-ish. And we spent like $6 in the store for these 2 items. So the other item here is this liquid blue lion shirt. It's vintage. I think it's like 96, but I could be wrong. Just looking up listings and stuff. The other tags, like with the size and everything mentioned there, happen to be cut out, which is a no-no. But I believe this is a 3XL, so pretty cool. And I saw a comp for one, and it was 80, but they took a best offer plus shipping. I don't know. I mean, even if I could get 50, 60 with those cut tags, that would be pretty sweet. There's no way I'm gonna make it to 10 thrifts today and make my meeting. So we're going to hit 8 and we're gonna make them up the next day.
So I did pick up that Tilsa Tech shirt there, and Jess actually did all the research on the back end there, so I'm going to have her explain it to you in 7 seconds.
It's basically a sweatshirt made out of cut-resistant material, just like the kind that they make gloves out of.
And value?
I don't remember. $75?
I really put her on the spot for
He
this.
did, yes.
So this is probably the most idealistic total of the end of day recaps I've had. We'll probably be taking offers. There'll probably be some returns, all that kind of stuff that's going to mess up this profit a bit. But still, an amazing day for going out thrifting. Really happy I went out today. So it's day 4. We're actually down 2 thrifts. So we either have to hit 11 2 days in a row or something, or hit 12 today. We'll see. Gonna go in here, see what we can find. We bought the one thing. We're gonna go to 10 more stores today, I think, to start making up ground on yesterday only hitting 8 thrifts. I ran into this Goodwill right there. It was pretty busy, but we managed to pick up one pretty decent find. So they had the complete series of Friends for $9.99. I bought this. It should sell for 40 bucks. They did have all of the Scrubs seasons, but they had them at $4.99 each, which there's 8 seasons to Scrubs. So that essentially would have meant I would have paid like $45 of tax or whatever. I'm just estimating here off the cuff real quick. And I would have flipped it for 80. And by the time shipping and fees and everything's involved, it just wouldn't be worth it. So I decided to pass on this. This flip seemed to make more sense to me, so I did pick this up. So far we're 2 for 2, 1 item at each store. And we're gonna go hit some other stores. I've really got to pick up the pace though, because I stopped for breakfast. Again, this store was pretty busy, so it took me longer to get through. But we'll just have to get out there and do what we can. Stop number 3, we're walking and talking. They had a clothing rack in the back of the store here, so I took a quick look here. Now that jersey, I did end up putting back based on condition. Continuing to look, I make a really great find here. So this is a Filson shirt. CC Filson, if you're not familiar with the brand, is a definite bolo. Be on the lookout for this. It's already 11:50, and we're only at stop number 4. All right, so that was our first strikeout, guys, which is fine. I mean, like, honestly, the first 3 stores we found 3 pretty decent items. So really, that's not a bad beginning. We're almost at the halfway mark-ish. We're gonna go hit some more. I'm outside the Valley Thrift, and it is packed. If it wasn't for this challenge, I probably would skip. It is Saturday, so things are just busier, and that's fine. But we're gonna get in here real quick. Just gonna go through the hard goods. Not gonna try to do anything too crazy today. If we tried to cover clothing as well, it would just take forever. I don't know, nunchuck for 99 cents, probably worth it just for the parts. So we'll grab that. $14.99.
$5.99. This is AV cables and a power adapter. Dude, we got a Vitamix Super 5000 here, $7.99. Just a motor base, $75. Amazing. We got a mechanical keyboard here. These are brown switches. And $2.99, that's not a terrible price. I wish, yeah, 25, 30. I bet we can get 25, 30 bucks out of this cleaned up. So this is solid. We got an Xbox adapter. I need one of these, but I don't want to pay $8.99. And it's missing the cord. We got OG Xbox here for $34.99. This adapter alone is usually a good 30 bucks. I'd love to buy that separate, but we're gonna hold off.
Hey guys, so this Dyson was very fairly priced, and it did work and everything, and I was thinking about buying it to flip. Eventually I determined to put it back just because I didn't want to deal with like the cleaning and all that stuff, so that's what happened. So this Santorini board game I'm about to show you, this actually goes for like $50 pre-owned. It was taped up, there's no real way to check, and it is a as-is thrift store, so I ended up buying it for $5.99, taking the risk, and unfortunately, it didn't have everything in there, but we should still be okay to part it out. Here's a Zoji Rushi electric boiler, and yeah, that's going in the cart for sure for $7.99. Should get about 50 to 60 for it.
So the amount of time that you see in the video is definitely not the amount of time I was in there. I felt like I was in there for an eternity, but it was actually a pretty good score. We got that board game, which who knows if it's complete. Some Wii cords, nunchuck, Zoji Rushi with cord here, water deal, and I think the star of the show is the Vitamix, and definitely a pleasant surprise, especially with how many people were in there. I wasn't expecting to find so much.
So parting out can take a long time, so I decided not to include the board game in this. I know we'll at least get our money back and then some, and also the Wii stuff is just parts for future console sales, so that's not going to be included in the challenge that we're doing here, just for simplicity's sake.
And guys, the distance you are does not matter. Always return thy shopping cart. So this much sourcing, this much not listing. See, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but this much thrifting. This much thrifting is excessive. And so, I don't know. We're about halfway through the challenge. We're getting there. So I'm not gonna stop now. Outside the bins here, again, we're just gonna run in real quick here. I'm not gonna like camp the bins or anything coming out. So our last stop at the bins was actually pretty productive. This one, not so much. I did wait for a chunk of bins to come out, and then the one that went right in front of me, because they have us all line up and then you wait till the rows filled out, then you can look, happened to be books, which isn't necessarily an area of expertise, but I know a little bit more than like if I didn't resell. And there's a couple of cool ones. There's this 26 edition of like the American Illustrated or whatever, but they're not selling. There was a cool magazine with Knuckles and Donkey Kong on the cover, Sega versus Nintendo from a financial perspective, but that wasn't selling either, and it had a big tear in the front. Eventually I saw a 30th anniversary of Mario encyclopedia, and I kind of wanted it for me, but it was pretty torn up, so ended up passing on stuff here. We're gonna go to the next thrift. Stop 8, here we go again.
I looked throughout the store, ended up in there. This is, I guess, their new merchandise area. And down here, I saw this Disney Trivia 2 set, and it's brand new sealed. It's actually half off, so it's not the $15 you see there. It's $7.50, and we have sold it. Sold really quick for basically $50 shipped, so pretty awesome find here.